Hey folks, Justin Thayer. TeamThayer.com to find homes in Oregon. Justin Lee Thayer on Instagram, Justin Lee Thayer on Twitter. Gonna talk to you a little bit about my background and how it pertains to success in the investor real estate brokerage world. So we're real estate broker, real estate agent, working with the investor, the guy who is more than just selling a house and seeing how much equity he has and getting the paperwork done and the basic advertising, but a guy who needs to make money, right? That's his job. And he needs to hire a pro like myself. And that's what I've been doing for over a decade now. Hire a pro who also understands the business and is experienced in working with investors. So a little bit about my background. I'm going to break this down into several parts because it's pretty, it's lengthy and it's in depth because I just have so much depth and experience in this area of sales, marketing, and real estate investment. So I started out of high school. I worked at a titanium foundry for 8, 9 years, and then in 1998, actually 1999, I started working selling cars. My first full went from a salary job. I was a supervisor, very dangerous work, very steady, really good pay at the time in the late 90s, right? Because I was there the whole time out of high school. So I started selling cars. I had a guy hired me in Salem, Oregon, and that was my first full commission sales job, right? I didn't get paid unless I sold something. I loved it, right? I didn't like the fact that in the titanium foundry, even though I did I did a much better job. My crew always outperformed everybody else. We all got paid the same. The loser got paid the same as the winner. So in 1999, started selling cars, and in about, I believe it was 6 years later, somewhere in there, I started selling. For a short bit, I sold advertising. Went to a local, more like an in-house advertising school, and sold advertising for a while. Got back into selling cars and then tractors and equipment, trailers, race car hauling trailers. And it was in the car business right up until I got my broker's license in 2004. Okay, so in 2004, got my broker's license. However, I was doing so well in the car business that I needed to do something with that money, and I always knew. I just had a gut feeling. I don't know. I just knew real estate was the way to go. It just was a gut feeling. I heard enough about whatever it was at the time, Donald Trump, whatever. Had seen enough, known enough to know that. I knew I needed to get into invest in real estate and investing, and so long before I was a licensed broker. I was a car salesman, right? At the highest level, right? A top guy in any car lot, a top guy in the entire county. And with that money, I was becoming a successful real estate investor with the help of a girl that I had met at the time, which she became my wife later. And she was a buyer's agent and kind of introduced me to the basics of buying and kind of investing in real estate, right? So it was a super good start. It's so rare to have a guy who's an actual salesman, a commissioned salesman, trained up, tuned up salesman in something so high pressure, then be a real estate investor before they get their broker's license, before they even get their broker's license. Usually, if you're a real estate investor, you know not to get it, but right? And nobody said I was the sharpest cat in the world, and I love to do it. It's if you're gonna do a job, why not do what you love to do? So Really rare to have that happen. To have sold advertising in the meantime, just another rarity in this business. So, and once again, I feel like that's why I've had so much success working with banks, working with investors, working with people who are making their money. That's their living is in real estate. Right, there are 850 real estate brokers in Lane County, right? And maybe there's 100 of us that can really handle this kind of end of the business, and the other 800 are fine for the mom and pop seller who just need to know how much money they got in equity, have somebody kind of hold their hand and help them through the process and just make sure all the paperwork's filled out right and they explain how everything works. The guys I'm working with, they know how everything works. They know exactly how it works. They want me to make them money. They want me to make them profit. It's a huge difference. Now, I do work with regular sellers. Absolutely. I work with regular sellers. I love doing it as long as they understand where my expertise is, right? I'm the expert. This is what I do, right? Bank of America doesn't hire me because I'm good at sweeping their floors. They hire me because I'm good at selling their properties. The investors I've worked with that come with great references, they make their living, their day-to-day living is made off the decisions I help them make. Day to day, make or break, win big and they can really lose big. Great. I have never had any unhappy clients, and I got a lot of great references, and that's been a blessing. So that's it for now. That's part one, right? We'll get into more detail of getting into working with banks, more working with investors, all the way to working with Wall Street, where I did the flip 12 houses for them in a year, which was really a tough thing to do. I'll explain all that in future coming little clips here. That's it. Go to teamthayer.com if you're looking for homes to buy in Oregon. I got a lot of foreclosures on there right now. Ton of foreclosures. They're my listings. Team Thayer official here on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, right? Team Thayer Real Estate on Facebook. See you next time. Watch for episode 2, where I'm going to go into kind of the second phase, get my broker's license, and really starting to dig into the real estate brokerage. See you next time.